Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to do a little Pokemon plushie haul. My birthday is coming up very soon, and so I spoiled myself by picking up a bunch of new Pokeplush from a various assortment of locations, and I just want to share all of the squishies with you. I'm going to start with one that I picked up on Mercari, actually, on the reseller app. There was a really nice person who was selling a lot of their collection for actually very fair prices, because some of these Pokeplush, depending on which one on the submarket, can be more expensive, especially if they were ones that weren't mass produced as much or characters that people didn't care about as much. And this is Marini. And Marini is like super cool. So you can see she's got her little anemone style tentacles all around. Each individual spike has a little tiny bit of stuffing in it to make it stick out. She's got this sort of like flower petal look on the top. And then when you peel back her bangs, there's her little embroidered face. I just love her teeth and her little worry lines. Yeah, so I picked her up for a really fair little price. The user actually messaged me to say she could tell that Marini was going to a good home. I think she was just worried that it might go to a reseller who would get it for cheap and sell it for a lot more money. But I'm really happy with her. She's definitely in like my top 20 or 25 Pokemon, and I'm happy to add her to my collection. And like, look at the size and the detail. So cool. Okay, next up is my Pokemon Center purchase I made for my birthday. This is a big purchase. I spent about $100, $120. So one of the things I've been really obsessed with is the Comfy Friends plush series. It's all, I think in Japan it's called like Fua something. I'll put it down below. And in America it's like called like Comfy Friends or Cuddly Friends. And it's basically all of the Pokemon that are being released with this really plush, soft fur. Here is Ditto. You can see his little blubby face. He is very huggable in size, very soft. He actually has a little, I don't know if you can hear that. He has a little section of like poly beads in the bottom to help weigh him down, so he sits up and looks at you. He's got embroidery on the face. No other major details. And you can see here, it's called Comfy Friends Plush from Pokemon Center. These guys are a little more expensive, and I think part of that is the size, and also part of that is the expensiveness of this material. But I kid you not, these are some of the softest plushies I own. I started this collection with Hisui and Zorua, and this is my second Comfy Friends, but don't worry, there's another one in the box. So we'll put Ditto over here. And then I got my other Comfy Friends. I'm so excited. Look at this tandem mouse. It is about 11. It said 11.5 inches online. So I thought that was just going to be like both of the mice together were like 11 inches, I don't know, long or something. But I think that's the height from tip of ear to feet. So this plushie is way bigger than I thought it was going to be. Once again, it's from Comfy Friends. So you've got this really soft plush fur. You can see the detail. They've got their cute little eyes and whiskers. One pair has its pants on. Hard to tell in this lighting, but there's this little button. And the other one's got his little slightly blue shirt. And then look at the back. The little tails. Oh my gosh. They're attached at the hands and the ears. They're not supposed to be removable. If you really wanted to, you could maybe cut the stitching, but why would you want to? This Pokemon always comes in twos. So yeah, Tandem Mouse is one. I have the Winter Mousehold family, and now I had a Tandem Mouse to go with them. So Comfy Friends, I'm definitely going to be trying to collect a few more of these as they come out. Okay, next we have a fluffy Mareep. Now this one, it just says cuddly plush, so it's not from the Comfy Friends line. But what they did with this Mareep is they used a really, like, I can't describe it. It's kind of like a Sherpa soft and woolly, fuzzy sort of material for Mareep's floof. And then the face and feet are almost, I don't want to say terry cloth, because terry cloth, like a washcloth, it would be too scratchy. But there, it's like it's got a little bit of curl to the texture. Yeah, so this little guy is only 7.5 inches. He's a small plush, and therefore he's a lot cheaper. These guys will run you about $35 to $40 a piece because of their size and plush. And this little guy was only like 15, so very, very cute. Mareep is one of my faves. Shmeep. And then the last one I got from Pokemon Center this time, I didn't even take her out of the bag yet. This is from the Poke Dolls line, where they super chibify the Pokemon into like Poke Dolls, basically. And this is Spectrier, the ghost horse. And what I really loved about her little mini body, first of all, she's got these stubby little legs. Now, they couldn't make her obviously float separate from her hooves like the real Pokemon, but they did put a band of darker color there to kind of show where they would be separated. She's got these really luxurious little eyelashes, kind of like a little emo curl bang, little swoopy little tail. The details on this are stunning considering this is only an $11 plush. Like, really affordable, really cute. The shape is cool. I'm really happy, and like you can see, she's way smaller, so less huggable, but very cute to display. But that's not all, because I was very happy with this purchase. I was like, all right, my birthday is going to be awesome. I've got all these new plush. And then I got a notification 2 days later that Build-A-Bear brought back Vaporeon. And so she just arrived this morning. I'm going to show you my Vaporeon. She came in the classic Build-A-Bear box. Now, right now, she is not in stores. So if you want to buy her, you have to buy the online bundle, which I am not a fan of. None of these were sent to me for free. This is not a sponsored video. I can tell you that I do love Build-A-Bear, but when they make the Pokemon into bundles, you have to pay for the voice box. You have to pay for the clothing they're going to include in the bundle. So like this ends up being like a $67 purchase instead of just going to the store and paying like $35 for just the plushie. If you can catch these in store, if they bring them back to the Pokemon Center, I highly recommend you do it that way. But I was scared that they're not going to make it to the store. This is the first time these guys have been re-released since 2020. And I am now officially 2 evolutions away from finishing my Build-A-Bear set. Side note, I'm not getting Eevee. I don't like the fur they used. I think it's too dark and too fuzzy, and you can't enjoy Eevee's face when there are lots of other comparable Eevees that I have in a similar size range that would look nice with the set. So I am still on the hunt for a Jolteon and a Glaceon, and I missed Glaceon's comeback last year by this much, and I'm so upset. So hopefully I can get those 2 back. They did re-release Flareon this past year. Vaporeon just came out now, so I'm hoping Jolteon won't be too far behind. Anyway, without further delay, here is Vaporeon. The Build-A-Bear Eevees are fun. I think Jolteon's the ugliest one of the bunch because they couldn't do spiky very well. But yeah, so she's got her embroidered eye. Just the highlight is embroidered. The black is fabric. Then we have the nose. Here's her little fins. This one feels like it almost has like a little piece of wire in it, but it doesn't. I think that's just the thick seam where it got stitched together. So she can kind of stand up, but you got to fluff her up a bit. Then you've got the frill, which you can either lay it down for a little more lax look, or you can kind of spike it up. Okay, whatever you prefer. The tail spikes are made out of really, really, really thick quality felt. So they're hard and pointy. They're not the best for cuddling, but they do keep the shape and make it point upwards, which is nice. Her tail is in a curved shape, so it actually wraps around her body, which is pretty cool, with the little fluke on the end. She's got the 4 feet. Because it was the bundle, she does come with her voice, and I just have to play some of these voice lines for you because they're ridiculous. Are you ready? Yeah, that's my favorite one. That's the sound for all of you sick jerks out there. You know what I mean. Anyway, because she's part of the bundle, she also came with some clothing, so I'll show it off. She's got a little Pokeball sleeper, which I never put on them. But it does have a nice big hole to fit her tail through, so that should be easy to dress her. She also came with the water Pokemon cape. I think I still might have a cape from another one. I think Flareon. Again, you've got a nice V-cut for where her tail goes. I don't really care for the clothes. I do like to buy one accessory for each of my evolutions. Fun fact, I have a couple of rules for the evolutions. Each one has to have a name that includes the letter V for Eevee, right? So this one's going to be named River. I also have Virgil, Violence, Vanity, Valentino, and Ivy. So pretty good collection. I'm hoping that I can get a Glaceon because I want to name it Victor Freeze. So that's my rule. The original ones that I made in store all had to have a scent, like a scented paw. But now some of them have voice boxes instead because I've had to get the bundle. So I can't follow that rule exactly anymore. Although I think if I went to the store, they would open her up for me if I wanted to add a scent. But since she's got the voice box, she's fine. And I always make a birth certificate. I know it's a really dumb little thing, but I think it's fun to have them all in a stack. I don't buy every single Pokemon that comes out from Build-A-Bear, but I do like to collect the evolutions and a few middle ground. I have Mimikyu and Bulbasaur and Sobble, and I feel like there's one more that I'm forgetting. I'm so sorry, whichever one you are. But yeah, I like them. Definitely look at the Pokemon in the store first or look at it online. Sometimes the shapes of the bodies can be a little strange. Oh, Bidoof, that's the other one I have. And yeah, I'm never going to stop collecting Poke Plush. I probably will put in another huge order in sometime when I can save up some money. But yeah, I highly recommend Comfy Friends, and the Japanese equivalent is also good. Right now, I have an eBay order out for a Japanese buyer who is supposed to be picking me up the Umbreon from the Comfy Friends series over in Japan. It has not been released here in America yet. He's got a grumpy little face. So I'm hoping that arrives at the end of the month and I'll be able to add him to my soft and squishy. These guys in the Comfy Friends series from Japan go for like at least $100 a piece. So I probably won't be able to collect them, but you know, getting one at retail would be great. Anyway, that's my video. I just wanted to show you off some new things and I hope you have a Poke-Fantastic day.